the devil ease up. I see him trying to creep up. I speak the Holy Ghost fire. Make the demons freeze up. He died on the cross, so essentially freed us. And from the dust like Lazarus, I'm about to rise up. While we walking through life, we gotta pay attention to the signs, the tricks and the traps of the devil. Yeah, we gotta keep in mind, he knows our sickness. He used them against him with the quickness.
Hey y'all,
What's good, people?
Car Chronicles.
Hey, that's a good one.
It is Car Chronicles.
Back at you with another Car Chronicles.
Report live. Show news. All right, so it is our 1 month anniversary here in Colorado.
Oh my!
And we figured that we would give you guys some love and hate in light of the 1 month anniversary, because we didn't just want to come to y'all and be like, hey, it's been a month.
Right.
See y'all later. Just wanted to let you know. So we composed a list of 5 things we love about Colorado, 5 things we hate. We decided to give y'all the hate first because, you know, like you drop the bad news, then you butter it up with the good news.
And then it's all good. You ain't got to worry about it. So I guess it brings us to number 1, which is
cost of living.
Which is, I think, very obvious.
It's spicy out here, baby.
Really spicy is out.
So spicy.
Like,
it's so spicy.
It's ridiculously spicy out here.
Okay, for y'all that don't know, spicy is like our slang for like that's rough. I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah, man, cost of living, dude. Jesus, it is expensive out here, man.
I paid $1 for a bell pepper.
One. Yeah, the houses out here, the housing market is crowded for one, but the housing out here, man, you can get you a little bitty house out here, 1,500 square feet, and you're gonna pay like $275. And that's on the low end.
It's
like you go anywhere pretty decent, you're gonna be paying like upwards of $350. Like,
food, rent,
everything up here is more expensive. I'll say there's a couple things here that, or at least the one thing that I know for sure is gas. Gas is about the only thing that I feel like runs concurrent with with Texas. Other than that, the rest of it is really, it's a lot.
It's all spicy.
Yeah. 2.
Food and dining.
There's none out here.
It's sad. I mean, it's tied. It really is. Tied.
There's nothing to eat out here. Like, unless you want fast food, and then you got your Jack in the Boxes, Wendy's, but nobody really want to eat. I mean, that's not.
We're talking restaurant, and the thing is, in the South, food is like a culture, and it's kind of like a way that we say "I love you." We take extreme pride in how we make our food and stuff. So. And it's not so much out here. I'm telling you, if you're coming from the South and you thick, you fat out here because everybody's skinny because there ain't no good food.
Yeah. And I see why. Everybody on the health kick out here, you know, and skinny. And
it's easy to be on the health kick.
Shout out to the healthy people and the skinny people. We not. But I'm just saying, I have a fat person living inside of me.
What? Living inside? I am the fat person. I'm not living inside of me.
He needs to be fed daily. And yeah, it's just not doing it for me. I will say that there have been a couple restaurants that we went to, or a couple places. 2. There's been Arceo's in Colorado Springs.
That was off the chain Mexican
restaurant. There's been Tacos Metate or
Metate
or whatever.
Yeah, y'all will see that on video too.
Yeah, we got a video of us getting some food there. Other than that, that's about it.
I'm gonna tell you what. Even like the fast food restaurants, they don't taste the same as what they taste back home either.
We went to the state park a couple days ago, and one of the park rangers came up to us and was saying that there was a banging barbecue place or something. She said,
and we was just looking at her like, you know, we're from Texas, right?
Like, if you cut me, I'll probably bleed Sweet Baby Ray's
sauce right now on the spot, and be looking at you like, where the ribs at? Where the ribs at? Where the ribs at?
Yeah, it's tied. So number 3, church culture. Oh my God.
Again, can't nobody do church like the South.
Yeah, it's been really hard to find a church. Here. Yeah, it's been real hard to find a church out here.
But we only been here a month,
but
the best church on the planet.
The Anchor of Beaumont.
The Anchor of Beaumont.
Greatest church in all of the world, I believe.
Pastor Jonathan Green and Sister Victoria Green are like by far the best pastors we have ever had.
And just the people there too. I mean,
they really were like they really are our family.
Yeah. So, shout out Brother Wright.
Brother Wright, that's my dad.
G-Pop.
G-Pop.
But yeah, it's different dynamics up here than it is, of course, in the South. Again, you know, the South is Bible Belt. You know, we do that all day, every day, and that's just a different culture. So
it is just a different
up here,
culture.
I'm finding this a lot slower. We've been to churches, and I'm just like,
we did get some banging burritos at the church.
The one church,
because we kind of skedaddled on them.
Yeah, we kind of.
But they did have the green chili hatch,
sausage, potato, and cheese burrito.
And I had one with chorizo in it. And
I'm not gonna lie, that was banging.
It was banging. It was worth the $3.50 church. Okay.
And it was pretty good. So.
Right. But I feel like that $3.50 is spicy. That would have been $1.75 in Houston.
Yeah. Number 4, guys.
It's too city and a lack of scenery.
Yeah. So where we are now, I mean, it's just buildings and buildings. And
I think that just like home.
Yeah, I think that when we moved out here, or was beginning to starting to like really Colorado and making the move, we had our minds fixated on a certain type of
being in the mountains.
Environment, which was surrounded by the mountains, or at least either being in them, surrounded by them, or at least like getting out and at least seeing them. And
we went to a place called Castle Rock today,
which was really nice.
It was really nice. And then there's this other place called where the RV park was?
Golden, Colorado.
Both of them are really like.
We looked at a potential RV spot out there, and the mountains was literally like right behind.
Like I feel like we could have
our spot, like where that is,
from the back
that was a
window in the restroom.
So like where our next door neighbors is, that's how close the mountains were. There was a creek behind it. It was just all around nice. Mm-hmm. Now when I got out there, that's what I was saying to myself, to her. This is where we are. And also before we got to Denver, we stayed in Colorado Springs. We stayed in a park there, actually in the mountains, and that was beautiful. Like you couldn't have beat that. So I think that once we got here and seen all the buildings, I was like, oh, this reminds me of. I mean, it looks like another Houston.
Yeah.
So
number 5.
5.
Hard to find an RV spots and lots of people coming here.
Oh my God.
So all of y'all who think that, oh my God, they're so crazy for living this lifestyle. We not, fam. It's a bunch of people out here that live the exact same lifestyle. Tiny living is a whole movement in the West Coast. And yeah.
You pretty much go to any neighborhood, everybody has a travel trailer. RV, much. Some type of motorhome, boat.
In their driveway.
Something that they have. So yeah.
It's a whole
they don't look
movement.
at you crazy when you're like, oh, I live in the RV full time. And people are like, oh. Some people wish they can do that to get out of their house. I didn't talk to a couple
because their mortgage is spicy.
It's spicy, okay?
That's what lady told me her mortgage. Baby, I forgot to tell you this. I was at work, like, selling and just, engaging with the customer. And we were talking about buying houses. And she was like, well, since y'all just moved here, have y'all thought about buying the house? Because it's much cheaper to buy than it is to rent. And I was like, well, actually, we live tiny. We live in a travel trailer. That sparked the whole conversation. And she was like, we just bought a house about 2 years ago. And she was like, my mortgage isn't that bad. And I was like, oh, well, if you don't mind me asking how much is it? This how I knew it was about to be spicy, because instead of just telling me the answer, she started explaining to me what all she was getting for the price. And for a salesman, anytime they start telling y'all what it is, like what all you getting when they start explaining value before they tell you how much it is, it's finna be spicy.
Yeah.
She was like, well, it's a 3-bedroom house, 2 full bathrooms. It's 1,200 square feet. And I'm like, okay. Because back home, 1,200 is like $1,500. She said it was $3,300. I was like, yay! I was like, ma'am, what do you do for a living? Because we having the wrong conversation. So yeah, it's a no for me on that. But it's hard to find a place to park because so many people, number one, live here full time in their RVs, and then during the summertime,
there's so much people,
they travel here.
Coming in.
So I want to be very frank about people who may want to like recreate what we've done or want to live the RV lifestyle. And if you're looking at our channel because you're considering being full-time stationary, if you're considering being full-time stationary in Colorado, I want to tell you that from the months of April to September, there is a lot of places will not let you stay full-time. Right. We're at one of the only parks out of 2 in the entire like surrounding Denver area that we've been able to find that does full-time all throughout the year. The rest of them you can start in like September, but by April they no longer do full-time. So they'll give you a renter fee where you can do a monthly and you can live there full-time only for the winter. But by the time the summertime comes around, you have to either be moving from spot to spot or moving around in different parks. So that's very important because like for us, since we're stationary this year, even though we're talking about traveling full time starting next year, we wanted to make sure our kids could be in school and everything, and bouncing around for them is just not stable. It's different when you're traveling because they're exploring and they're seeing everything and they're getting to do different things. And that's essentially kind of like their classroom, depending upon what type of curriculum you're choosing. But bouncing around in the same city, that's not fun. That feels like you're homeless. Right. So keep that in mind.
Yep. So I guess that wraps up all the hates. We can get all that negativity out of there and just crumble it all up and move it around. So now it's time for the loves, man.
So what's number one?
Man. Number one is obvious.
Loved.
Yeah, that's the jam.
We getting old?
I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie, I think I'm getting old because at work, people be telling me their birthday to sign up for the VIP program, and they be looking grown in the mug, and then they be like, my birthday is January 2nd, 1997. They're like,
spicy. No, I don't know. I think we just aging. Let's just leave it at that.
That's the same thing as getting old, baby.
In my mind, it's something different.
Okay, so I'm going to let you run with that because who am I to kill your dreams?
Right. You know,
I'm supposed to be a support system.
Anyways, number one love is obviously, man, the weather, scenery, and the outside activities. That's kind of a 3-part for number one. But I mean,
look at this. You see that? And guess what? I'm not sweating. It's not beating the side of my face in. Like, it's not spicy like it is in Texas.
Yeah, I think in the middle of the day, 12 noon. Yesterday she looked up and it was 93. For real, I really felt like the weather was lying because it felt like it was 78, maybe 80. I mean,
yesterday we did this exact same video. We did the whole thing and then we realized that we recorded it.
Yeah, we recorded nothing. We sat here for 20 minutes and didn't record nothing. And got in the house, went to upload the video to edit and find out that
nothing's there. We just wasted 30 minutes of my life.
You didn't do it. You didn't complete the mission. You
Why,
failed.
Sway? Why?
So anyways, yeah, man. Of course, the outside activities go into that. I think this is a really good place for kids to be.
Definitely.
The kids love being outside. We got a really good lot to where we're kind of like boxed in and the fence is all the way around. So it's like having a house. We have a yard on both sides. Pretty good, too. Kids can sit outside all day. We can go to the park. And even when it's wintertime, they still have a lot of activities, snow and skiing that people really like around here. So I will say if you do got a family, you want to move, even though it is expensive, if you can get here and make it work, there's plenty of things to do.
We're going to talk about in a future video, how much money does each family size need to live here? Yeah. Because there was something that we were looking for and everybody's like, oh, this costs this much, this costs this much. Right. I'm about to give y'all like real live figures about how much I feel like you need to live in order to live here. Well, we pay for our lot rent. I feel like it's how much you would pay for rent, except for we don't pay utilities. Right. So yeah. I'm gonna do that video because it is spicy out here, but if you can at least know what you're looking for when you look for a job to see if you can actually get that. If you can get the money, you'll be fine. And once you get here, to be honest, it's a lot of job opportunity, which is number 2. Number 2 is job opportunity and pay potential. So the minimum wage here is $11.15. So everybody's like, okay, well, you just told me it's super expensive. Like, how can I live off $11.15? You can't. No matter where you go, you cannot live off of minimum wage. It doesn't matter how it is. But what that does mean is that whenever you are at the top of the chain, like I'm a store manager in retail, so I'm at the top of the chain inside of the field. And basically, if you're paying associates $11.15, which at a lot of companies they start off at $12, then that means I can make probably double that, right? Right. So or even more depending upon experience and, you know, in my industry, volume groups and things like that. So when I think about that, I think about, okay, well then, like, how much does a nurse start off here? Like, how much does
doctors,
teachers, like the teachers make significantly more here than they make in the South back home in Texas. Because what I found is, like, the culture is different and they value education more here. So they pay the teachers well.
And a little bit of, because they have the legalization of marijuana, you know,
that's a lot of tax money.
There's a lot of extra tax money that they're pumping into the state, and most of that is going towards education. So, I mean, you can look at it that way too, and have some more pluses. So, but education is a really big thing out here. So that brings us to number 3. So our number 3 love that we just absolutely love about Colorado is the public transportation.
It's really good,
really efficient. Really, it goes all night. I've never seen it stop. We live literally by the
train right there.
I can look right now and see the tracks, and you can pull it down, I think.
Is it?
Yeah. And pull it out. Pull that little piece out right there. Yeah.
Because I feel like the sun is like not making me be able to be seen.
So the public transportation, from the buses to the train runs all over the city, not just select parts. It even goes out to, because it even went out to just about out to Castle Rock
and
Littleton. So I mean, it runs
not all the way deep to the other side, but where
you know what else? We went to a Walmart, and the bus drops you off in front of the Walmart, not in front of the parking lot. No, in front of the entrance doors. Like they have a bus stop right there in front of the entrance doors. Either way, it's really good.
It's really good because they have the train and they have the bus. So the train runs through the main parts of the city, and then the bus, which comes like very often,
15 minutes, I believe,
in Oliver City too. Yeah.
So number 4,
laid back lifestyle, and it's peaceful. I think, like, in the South, everybody's just really into everybody's business, and here don't nobody care. Yeah, nobody like really cares about anybody's business. There's no pressure. There's no like
no extra judgment.
No judgment. All of that. So it's just really peaceful, and I think
pace of life here is a lot slower.
I think so too. Even though the cost of living is more expensive, I feel like it's more.
I feel like you enjoy
life
it
more. Yeah.
Yeah. Only because of the natural scenery. Now, you can toss that up with if you still, because you still can have a busy life here. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, busy life anywhere.
Right? Yeah. But I feel like because of the natural environment that you get to enjoy it a little bit more, because it's when you're getting off of work, you might work in the mountains or work in the area close to the mountains, so you can see. But you might not necessarily get to go like ski every year or do the activities. But I feel like, you know, like I said, you can pick and choose.
Go skiing this year, baby.
That would be really fun. Snowboarding, and we should vlog.
I said skiing.
Skiing. I'm sorry.
How you just changed that?
Well, I meant
snowboarding is a lot less stable. I don't want to do that. So the last thing is the lack of racial tension,
which is the big one.
In the South, it's getting really bad as far as racial tension goes. I don't know what's going on, but here I don't feel any of that, and I'm pretty sure it's still racist people, but we're not experiencing it like. Nobody, it doesn't even seem like people care. Except for I did have one incident where I applied for a job and they sent me the dress code, and then on the thing it said that they don't allow dreadlocks. I'm like, what? Oh, so y'all don't want black people work for y'all? Okay, cool. Like, yeah. So that's the only thing. But I mean, there's always gonna be somebody dumb everywhere you go. But
pretty much.
At any rate, those are our top five. Yeah. And so far, I'm loving it here. I don't know how long we'll be here because we both have discovered that we want to travel. Yeah,
I think once we got bit by a bug, or I got bit by a bug when we went to New Mexico, and then traveling here.
I've been bit by a bug because my grandma took me all over the United States and world when I was younger.
And so, like, traveling here was fun, man. I had so much fun, even with all the like stopping and. This came up, and now we got to go run and get this part and get this for the truck and get this for the trailer. And I had fun. All the parks that we stayed at, the whole road trip was fun. And I think once we got here and I figured, like, once it settled in my mind that we were going to be stationary, I was like,
I'm
I kind of don't want to do this. Yeah, like, I'm ready to go. I think 2 weeks in, we were just like, okay, how can we
So since we already got y'all and we're still behind, like, so doing well on our time, because we try not to do more than 30 minutes, because we just feel like it's absurd. But so we're hoping to start full-time traveling around the same time that we left this year. So we're curious to know, like, what y'all think is the best route. So we are in Colorado right now, and so if we leave in June, we were thinking of going up to Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada, coming back over to Utah, going down to Arizona, New Mexico, and back home, and being stationary and home for like 3 months. Probably because that'll be the summer.
That'll be in the winter. Well,
that'll be the winter.
Time. Yeah.
And so we wanted to be with our family, for the holiday. And so the other option that we have is we can go back home to Texas, stay there for the summer, and then we could travel in the other direction, up like Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, go over to Minnesota, come back down to Iowa, Missouri, Alabama, Louisiana, and then go back over to Texas, or probably Arkansas to Texas.
Right.
Stay home for a little while because it'll probably be the summer, and then go over Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, and carry into the what would that be? Is that the Maine?
Yeah.
Where is it? What coast is that? Maine.
East
Coast. Go all the way up to Maine. So we're curious to know, what would y'all be interested to watch? Would y'all be interested to see us go
to the West Coast,
or in the other direction,
or to the East Coast,
or the middle, or whatever? So we're super stoked about that, and it looks like we're gonna be on track. So that's the most exciting.
That's the most exciting thing about it, is actually leaving on time.
Yeah, I think we're gonna
hit it right on the nail, though.
I think our planning is working out so far. We have some debts we wanted to pay down, some stuff we wanted to save, some money we want to save, and it's seeming like it's working out right now. So we have a target. We've already run out a budget, working on an emergency fund for when we travel.
Right.
So that, and then also, if any of you guys homeschool, we're looking at Easy Peasy right now. That's the one, and Abeka. Those two are the ones that we're super interested in. So if you have any ones that you really like, then let me know. Texas will be our home state for homeschooling, so keep that in mind, because we'll essentially be using Texas as our home address, because it doesn't have a state tax. Let's just be honest. So anyways, let us know what you guys have to share with us, and don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, like, share. Come back and see us.
Hit that notification bell.
Give us a hug.
So that way when we drop new videos, y'all just receiving it first. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when your favorite show come out, y'all be DVRing and reminding and all of that. Same thing, and comment below. If y'all got questions, hit us up. Where can they reach us at? Where can they follow us at?
Y'all can follow me on Coco, COCO, Shaki, PSHA, apostrophe KEY. That's on both Facebook and Instagram. I post a lot of our things that we do throughout the day. It's probably more active than this is. And then you can email us at thesteamerstepout@yahoo.com. And then is that all?
Why don't you give me your phone number? I'm just like, no, definitely that would be bad. No, just email the work.
Y'all see how much he joke?
But I love her though, y'all.
I don't have time for this. This is what I do.
So yeah, man. Appreciate y'all watching, tuning in. New videos coming out soon. Y'all stick with us.
I mean, y'all gotta watch that last video because it's hilarious. It's a little rocky, but it's hilarious.
It's a little rough, but y'all watch the last video when her and the girls went on a trip on the trail out when we were in Wichita Falls. Super hilarious, super funny. But appreciate it. Y'all have a good rest of the week, and God bless.
Yeah, we gotta keep in mind, he knows our sickness. He used them against him with the quickness. The flesh is deceitful. We gotta start acting more like God's people. Who will be the remnant? Me. The gospel, who will defend it? Me. There's only one true and living God, Jesus Christ.